Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Backstage podcast. Today, I don't have a guest. I don't have a guest because I completely screwed up in counting the weeks leading up to the federal election that is coming in about a week and a half, maybe 10 days or so. I don't know how it happened. I was almost sure that every week was accounted for in terms of the recorded episodes that I had leading up to this week. So clearly I messed that one up, but it's not the end of the world. I figured that rather than not posting anything, I can maybe let you guys in on what will be happening in the coming weeks and why everything was accounted for until this week. Now, you may remember a couple months back, I made a post. It went up on Facebook and Instagram. Essentially, it was a giveaway for the Just for Laughs festival, and the whole thing took place in my car. I recorded the whole thing in my car, and I hinted at a new project that would come around election time. And here we are. So elections are just around the corner, and I'm announcing to you that in about a week or so, I will be launching a new segment of this podcast called Car Ride Conversations. Essentially, I figured, while everyone else out there is ripping off Jerry Seinfeld's comedians in cars getting coffee, then maybe I should too. No, all joking aside, this is an idea I had at the very beginning when I launched the podcast. I didn't want to take on too many things, though, at the same time. I wanted to see how this podcast would evolve. And even for myself, I wanted to see if it's something that I would enjoy. And of course, like I said in many episodes, it is something that I'm enjoying very, very much. And I think it makes sense to launch this during the campaign for many reasons that I'll explain. Essentially, what will happen is that during the entire campaign, I will have, or at least I'll try and have 3 to 4 candidates every single week from all different parties, and we'll take a ride in my car in their respective ridings. So the idea came to me, one, because it's completely unrealistic for me to ask these candidates to come to the studio and record. I know how precious time is during a campaign, and it would be completely ridiculous for me to ask them to do something like that. In any case, I don't think many would accept. So I thought, why not bring the podcast to them? So it's obviously a much cooler, more relaxed format. It's going to be maybe 20, 30 minutes. 30-minute episodes, and we'll discuss different things related to their campaigns, maybe more personal things related to the candidates themselves, questions on the riding that they're trying to represent, maybe their electoral commitments, or anything else that may arise during the campaign. As you know, many things happen, many things change during the campaign. There's announcements, there's maybe even scandals. So I'm sure we're going to have many, many things to talk about, and it's going to be very fun to showcase these different candidates, because as you know, during a campaign, the mainstream media usually follows the leaders throughout the whole country, which is completely normal. So I figured, this is a great occasion to highlight the candidates themselves and to bring them some exposure that most of them rarely get during a campaign. Unless they're ministers or high-profile candidates that get called into comment or maybe even debate on national media. So except for those guys that get the visibility, everyone else pretty much relies on their local newspaper, local radio, and of course the social media, which I assume will be taking up a large space, like it did in the last provincial election and like it did in the last federal election. So how great would it be to have something like this that they can share on their social media platforms? I'm sure that it's something that can bring a lot of value to the different candidates and their teams, and also bring value to the people that will be following their campaigns. It's just more information that we'll be trying to get out in the public. Now, I won't lie to you, this is something that is scaring me in terms of the expectations. We're going from a podcast that brings up 2 episodes a month to producing 3, maybe 4 episodes a week. So, I'm a little bit intimidated. I don't know what kind of work is to be expected, but I'm excited because it's fun. I'm sure I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing it, and I'm sure it's gonna be a lot of fun for you guys watching it as well. Now, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I'll be able to do this the whole month, but I will try my very best to maintain this pace and to have 3 or 4 episodes every single week until the end of the elections. We'll get to know the different candidates. It's fun. There's already some candidates from the Liberal Party and the Conservative Party that have agreed. I'm waiting to hear from the Bloc Québécois and the NDP. So slowly, as the campaign approaches, and even as the campaign is underway, I'm confident that more candidates will be interested and will be able to book those into the schedule. Now, after the campaign is done, I was thinking of maintaining this format. Obviously, not 3-4 times a week. I can guarantee you that after the elections, it's probably not going to be that frequency. But let me know what you think. I was thinking maybe to alternate 1 week regular podcast and then 1 week car ride conversation, and maybe to keep that up like that, to have one episode every week. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it's something that you'd be interested in. I know that I know that it's something that I know that I would enjoy. And I'll be doing it with a lot of pleasure. So I know this is a short episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for about a week and a half. We'll be launching this new segment, and I can't wait to be sharing those conversations with you all. Have a nice day.